As today, we'll be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans and who they should draft. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section right now. If you're a Pelicans fan, who would you draft if you were them? They have right now the Lakers pick. And I honestly think for the Pelicans, this is a huge pick with them having the 8th overall pick. Okay? And let's get right in today's video and talk about who do you guys think they'll draft and who do I think they'll draft? And let's talk about it. I want to hear, why do you think they'll draft this player? How will he help them? And yeah, let's get right into it, because I definitely think this is going to be a very pivotal offseason for them, because they need to continue to build, and they had a great year without Zion. Now Zion coming back. Let's get right into it. And right now they have a few guys, in my opinion. Dyson Daniels is a guy they should be looking at. Benedict Matherin. And the other one I have is Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis would give them on and off ball defense, as well as a guy who is a scorer. Now, the other one is Dyson Daniels, who he's still growing and he could really help them. And then there's Benedict Matherin, who's a guy who can play the wing position. He can play shooting guard, small forward, and he seems like kind of a high risk, high upside in a way that, like, I know Shaedon Sharpe is probably the highest high risk, high upside, but Matherin, he has a really high ceiling, but his floor is just being more of a standard player, nothing special. But I really think Dyson Daniels, this almost 6'8" point wing coming out of the G League Ignite, and look, with the core of New Orleans already set in place of CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, Zion Williamson, there's a lot of different options they can go here, but Dyson Daniels is going to still be on the board. And I think even after the addition of CJ McCollum and the emergence of Jose Alvarado, the Pelicans could use some reliable depth in their backcourt. Dyson Daniels is a smart playmaker who's known to be effective all around, and he's very effective around other high-volume scorers in his time in the G League Ignite. And in the second half of his G League Ignite season, he started to take more of a facilitator role. And he's a guy who could play the shooting guard, the point guard, or the small forward position because of his size. He's a positional player. And he has the size, he plays with physicality, and there's still some work to be done on his jump shot, but that will improve over time. And I think he's going to be a solid role player that can fit around stars like New Orleans already has from day one. And the great thing for Daniels is he won't have to step in and play a huge role immediately. He'll literally have time to work on his mechanics, such as his jumper, and adjust to the speed of the NBA. And over time, I think he'll become an even bigger offensive weapon. And once he works up his other aspects of his game, Daniels can step in and make winning plays in year one because of his basketball IQ. And I think it'd be a big win of both sides. Like, think about Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy didn't really play for 2/3 of his rookie year, and then the final third and into the playoffs, Trey Murphy became an integral part. Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones, this team has shown their ability to develop guys. Now, another guy, why I said Benedict Matherin, and Benedict Matherin, he's kind of a safe pick, and we've seen Herb Jones, that long, athletic, defensive-minded player. Benedict Matherin is a solid defensive player, but he's more known for his offensive game, where he's a guy who's going to attack the rim and has the ability to be a 3-level scorer. And then there's Johnny Davis, who Johnny Davis won Big Ten Player of the Year, was an consensus All-American, had 330 points a game, averaged nearly 20 points a game. And he wasn't the best towards the end of the year because he was struggling with an ankle injury, but he still averaged 6.5 free throw attempts. And I think if you look at this team, Johnny Davis would be a guy who come off the bench and be a wing who can get buckets. But all in all, I think Dyson Daniels is the best choice for the New Orleans Pelicans. That's where I want to hear your thoughts. If you're the Pelicans, who would you draft and why? I think Dyson Daniels fitting right there with Jose Alvarado. I think they're going to move on from Devontae Graham, but Devontae Graham, Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels, and CJ McCollum would make and there's also Kira Lewis Jr. who's coming back. That would be actually a very good backcourt, and Dyson Daniels would also allow you to play him at the small forward or shooting guard position, so he wouldn't just be penciled in that one position. He'd give you multiple looks. So I think he's just a guy who can come in and just be kind of a Swiss Army knife for them and be able to give them help all around. And I think he's probably one of the better fits for them, I think. And Willie Green has shown the ability to develop, and this team has shown their ability to develop players at a very well rate. So all in all, I think he would be the best guy for them to look at. That's where I want to hear your thoughts down below. Like and subscribe, do all that good jazz. But that's it for me. Let me hear your thoughts down below. Who do you think the Pelicans will draft? Okay.